Hi, this is Rashim, the Be More Catalyst of Be More LLC. I am here to continue the three-part series. This is part 3, hallelujah, of the fundraising strategies, secrets to successful fundraising campaigns. It's actually so much that I would love to give and share with you about that. But I am going to try to put as much as I possibly can into this time that we do have together and share that with you. So, first, I just want to give us both the operational definition, and I'm sure there's multiple, but when I say this word, this is what I mean, okay? Philanthropist. What is a philanthropist? A philanthropist is one who actively promotes well-being. They do that with time. They do that with talent. They do that with treasure. I'm going to rewind a moment because I really want that to kind of sink in. I don't want people to feel like only Oprah or Bill Gates can be and are philanthropists. What is a philanthropist? You don't have a pencil? Grab one really quick because I want you to get this. I want you to know this about you and the work that you do and the people that you interact with. A philanthropist is one who actively promotes well-being. Sometimes we do that with money. Sometimes, and that equals to treasure. If you're in the nonprofit world, you're familiar with the words time, talent, and treasure, right? So sometimes we do that with money, and that is our treasure. That's the most common understanding of a philanthropist, one who donates to charitable organizations, gives money to charitable organizations. But a philanthropist is someone who donates with their time, talent, and treasure. Okay? So time. If you volunteer at an organization to promote well-being, you are a philanthropist. Talent. If you use your talent to actively promote well-being, you are a philanthropist. Tony Robbins just recently, in addition to his monetary donations that he has given to organizations like direct money to ending homelessness, to feeding homeless people. He gives money to all sorts of things around feeding people, and it has a lot to do with his own personal story of him having a situation where someone fed his family. And I believe he said this year he's going to be able to single-handedly feed 50 million families. And what he's doing in addition to that check that he wrote to feed 50 million families is he wrote a book called Money. And he's giving all the proceeds of his talent. Now, his skills is he's a coach. He's a personal enhancement coach. And he, in his book, is teaching people. He's using his talent. He's using his skill, and he is donating. He is a philanthropist. If you are actively promoting well-being through your talent, if you are a poet, if you are a writer, if you are a dancer, if you are a strategic planner, if you are anyone who is using their talents to actively promote well-being, you are a philanthropist. Just wanted to get that out there. So passionate about that. Can you tell how passionate I am about that? It just means so much to me. Okay, so I just want to put that out there, and I want to move right along into, oh my gosh, so much I want to say. Move right along into following up from the video from last week where I shared the fundraising, the importance of having a relationship manager. What should that relationship manager focus on? The difference between education marketing and raising awareness marketing, why those two are of the most important, of the know, like, trust factor, which one is the biggest. Those are some of the information that I shared in the previous videos leading up to this one. In this one, I want to go a little bit deeper on having a donor relationship strategy and what that looks like. Okay, so in any strategy, it's important to gauge the beliefs and attitudes of your target donor. And some of knowing that, why that's important to know, is that is going to help you in your marketing and know what you need to say. You need to know who you're targeting, not just their demographic, but their psychographic. How do they feel about money? How do they feel about your organization? How do they feel about your cause? Know that, and that is going to shape how you market to them, how you speak to them, how you engage with them, because you are going to want to, if there's any myths, you're going to want to dispel those myths before you sit down and have a conversation, and not try to do everything in your one conversation. Okay. Trying to give you so much. This is like, okay, so the next thing that I want to share with you, so much. So use the information, do like a needs assessment, basically, not just of the organization, but what does your target donor need to know? What do they want to know? What do they need to know about you? What do they need to know about your cause? Gather that information. Once you gather that information, you use that to position yourself. If you come at a person the first time and you have to spend so much time educating them on why this is a problem in your first meeting, spend so much time educating them on what your organization is doing in your first meeting. I mean, all of this, if you're trying to do all of this in the first time you sit down, it's just going to be overwhelming, and they're going to get confused. And let me tell you, confused people do not make transactions. And what you're going to want to do, because you have such a short amount of time with them, or whatever amount of time, you're going to want to tell them everything. You need to know about this, and you need to know about this, and you're going to try to get all the information down their throat, and you don't want to do that. You want to make it easy for yourself in establishing that relationship and kind of like that whole courtship process, but also because of the training that you received in the previous video about information marketing and raising awareness marketing, that first layer is going to be gone. So you'll have a better position. Okay? Positioning. So what this is about, it's about where you are in relation, one, to other organizations in your area, and where you are in terms of gaps in basic needs, in the basic needs that are being provided for those other organizations, right? And what is your USP? Write that down. What is your USP? Figure this out for your organization, what that is for you. And USP is your unique service proposition. That's going to help you with your positioning, because it's going to tell you where you are in relationships to other similar nonprofits like yours. So you want to develop that and get a better understanding of what your USP is. Also, you're going to want to know, for positioning, what is your organization's capacity for growth? If you have an idea that I want to fundraise, we have, and you pull a number out of the air. Sometimes we do that. I want to raise $1.3 million in the next year. Can your organization handle $1.3 million in the next year? Do you have systems in place for it? Do you have the people in place to do it? And if you don't, this is not the time to beat up on yourself. This is the time to position yourself for that. If I say I want and I expect it to rain, I am going to take an umbrella. So one of the things to ask yourself is, what are you expecting? And is what you are expecting, is that in alignment with your capacity? And if it is not, then you need to do some preparation. All right? So what is it that you're expecting? Is that in alignment with your capacity, your ability at this present time? And if it is not, use that to feed in how you are going to prepare for the greatness, for the wonder, for the growth, for the more that you have said that you want. Okay, and sometimes organizations don't get funding, and it's not that their vision isn't big enough or their goals aren't great enough. It's because they have not established capacity to be able to handle what it is they're asking for, or to at the very least have a plan of how they're going to handle it should they get that. Sorry, something just popped up on my screen. Okay, so, and I am going to wrap up here soon because I'm over time. Positioning also has to do with understanding and knowing what partnerships you need to focus on. Marketing is not sending out a wide net and saying whatever hits, hits, whatever lands, lands, or inviting everybody in the world to your event and saying whatever hits, hits, and or just throwing spaghetti on the wall and seeing what sticks, and whatever sticks, that's what you go with. I mean, sometimes, in some cases, there are some situations where you do that to some degree, but you don't want to put money behind doing that, because what will happen is you'll end up spending more money on the fundraising than you actually raise. So be strategic about what partnerships you want to have and why. I would even go as far as to say make a list of who you want to partner with and why do you want to partner with them. Oh gosh, I get so deep into this. Okay, so the next thing that I want to look at is develop a strategic fundraising plan. Or better yet, what I like to say is develop a business plan. Develop a way to generate revenue, to maintain the generation of that revenue, and to build on that revenue. And these are some of the things that are going to be able to help with that. I am so out of time now, so I have to go. I wish I had more time to talk to you and just to share more insights and nuggets. So if you do want to get more information, to learn more, please do visit us at www.BEMORELLC.com. We are on Twitter at BeMore, BEMORELLC.com. We are also on Facebook, and guess what? BEMORELLC.com. All right, enough of my goofiness for today. So thank you again so much for everything that you do. Thank you for listening in. Thank you for at least taking the steps in the direction of your passion, of your drive, of the people that you want to serve, of the difference that you want to make in this world. Thank you for that. And continue each and every day in each and every way to do, to serve, and to be more. Thank you.